Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. If you are targeting NMAT 2024, then you must watch this video to understand what is the adaptive pattern of NMAT, how does it work, how does the marking happen in the examination. Okay, so you must have heard of this word called adaptive test. Okay, so what is an adaptive test? If you want to understand it, please watch this video. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, this is a text. I will make you explain what is adaptive thing. So it NMAT, there is GMAT also which uses this adaptive technique. NMAT is the only Indian MBA entrance examination which uses the adaptive technique. So what happens in an adaptive technique is you will be given the first question. Okay, so it can be of different moderate, like it is generally a moderate difficulty level question. Okay, so the computer does not know that how uh, are you at your aptitude level. So it will give you a question thinking that you would be able to answer it correctly. Okay, suppose if you answer it correctly. Okay, so first question, अगर आपने question को correct किया, so what will happen? That the difficulty level will go up. So you will get more difficult question. Okay, but if you answer it incorrectly, of course your score will dip and you will be present the next question which will be easy. So if you keep answering correctly, the difficulty level will keep on increasing, and if you answer it keep answering incorrectly, the difficulty level will dip. Okay, so it is like, of course, a person would answer reasonably correctly, won't be marking randomly. Okay, so there will be using these responses, it will uh, keep giving you questions and it will keep adjusting the difficulty level. Okay, so it will depend that whether you answer it correctly, whether you answer it incorrectly, and some there are some questions you need not attempt till the last. After some questions, let us say after 15 or 20 odd questions, it decides that this is your level, so your score is created. So that will be able to, it will be able to estimate that this is your true potential in that section. Okay, so the difficulty level keeps varying throughout the paper, so it goes up, comes down. Okay, and based on the your responses, the system decides that what is your aptitude level in that particular section. Now, how does this, how it is decided that which question is easy or difficult? Now, if I ask you this question, this is a question on quant. It says that a group of consists of 4 girls and 7 boys. In how many ways can a team of 5 members be selected if the team has at least one boy and one girl? Now, some students who are good with quant, right, who have studied permutation combination, will say that yes, this is a doable question, right? Would not say difficult, might say moderate. Okay, some people might say that it is easy, right? It is a subjective thing. Like if someone is very good at permutation combination, would say that it is easy. Some people might say moderate. Now, there might be some person who has not studied this topic at all, right? Has left this topic, पढ़ा ही नहीं है बिल्कुल, permutation combination बिल्कुल नहीं आता, would say that it is a difficult question. Okay, so it is always a subjective thing. If I ask you what, how do you find this question? Some of you might say moderate, you might say difficult, some might also say easy. Similarly, if you look at this question, okay, so this is a question on uh, verbal ability. Okay, so we are given an analogy. Now, again, if you know the meaning of want, boast, skewer, so you will be able to answer this question. But if you do not know the meaning of these words, you will say that it is difficult. Again, that's a subjective term, because some people might have good vocabulary, they would say that yes, it is easy. Some people might have poor vocab, might say that it is very difficult also. So this is always going to be a subjective matter. Now, how does NMAT decide? So now NMAT is being conducted from several years. Okay, so they have data of lakhs of students. So every year thousands of students appear on the examination. Okay, so they have a huge pool of data. Okay, so they use that data to decide that what kind of question is considered as difficult, what is considered as easy. So they have a large pool of questions. They keep giving questions from that pool. That decides that whether a question is difficult or a question is easy or moderate. So based on the response of those students. So if a question has been, let us say, answered correctly in the past by 70% of the students, might be considered easy. A question which has been answered correctly by just 32% might be considered difficult. So they have their own criteria of deciding the level of questions. Now I will give you about one thing about this adaptive thing is, there are flake claims by many institutes, okay, that their mocks are adaptive. Okay, so I will tell you the reason why. Okay, so watch this to understand. First of all, if you take mock test of any institute, the question papers are fixed. Let us say I say that these are the questions of mock 1 that are fixed. However, in the adaptive examination, there is a huge pool and the question paper is decided on the real time. ठीक है, जो actual paper होता है वो real time में बनता है. So that is not present in most of the institutes, right? I also create mocks. So I will create a mock test, so that will have a set of questions which is pre-decided, but in the actual examination it is a real time scenario. So in the real time you will get new set of questions. So that is first thing, that it is not adaptive. And the order of questions is also in a particular order. In the actual examination, it is difficult, easy, depending on your answer responses. Okay, so that is first thing. Second thing is, they give same paper for all candidates. So if you are providing a mock test, you cannot give the same paper to all candidates. In the actual examination, the level of questions will be different for different candidates. So suppose you answer questions correctly, you will be able to see more difficult questions in the paper compared to someone who is not answering more questions correct. So if someone has lesser accuracy, will be seeing lesser difficult questions versus a person who has answered almost all questions correctly. So that is the difference. So if hundreds of students are sitting in the same slot, all people will get different set of questions, which is not possible for a coaching institute to create. Okay, because first of all, even if you get a technology, it is difficult to create this kind of stuff. Okay, then NMAT marking scheme is unknown. Okay, no one can claim that they know the marking scheme. Total marks 120 for 36 questions, but no one knows कि कितने, क्या 3 marks का question होता है, 4 marks का होता है, 5 marks का होता है, 2 marks के भी कुछ question होते हैं. Nobody knows. Okay, so it is just an estimation. Only NMAT knows how they mark the answers and how they scale the scores. So that marking scheme is not known to anyone apart from that NMAT authority. There may be errors in questions also. Okay, although in the institutes, whenever they create tests, they ensure that the quality is maintained. So that could be another cause. In NMAT, you will not find any error. So error NMAT, one good thing about the examination, it is error free at a standard examination. So the only adaptive mock test which you can get for NMAT is the official mock. Okay, so NMAT offers one official mock for free. You can take retake also. There is a retake also available. So you can take that test. So you have essentially 2 free mocks of NMAT, which are the only adaptive mocks. So even if you are buying any institute's mock test, I would highly urge you to take these mocks, because the score that you get in the examination is very close to the actual score that you score in this mocks. So for example, in 2022, I took this official mock test. I got 287 in that official mock, and my actual score was 292. Okay, so in 2023, when I took the test, my official mock score was 285, and in the actual examination, first I scored 280. In the second attempt also I scored 283. I did not take before that. So there is a plus minus 5 mark difference. Okay, it is very close to your actual score for most of the candidates, provided all things remain same, right? या हो सकता है कि आपका एग्जाम के दिन तुक्के ज्यादा लग गए, that's a different thing. But if your luck factor remains the same, if you follow the same strategy, so then it is going to be like almost same like your official mock score. Okay, so that is the only adaptive mock test that you will find. NMAT also offers 2 more official mocks for practice. These are paid ones, so you have 900 plus GST. Okay, so which will be around uh, is 1060 rupees, because 160 somewhere around will be the GST charge. So you get two more mocks apart from this. Okay, so you can take these mocks, that are the actual mocks that will be of the adaptive nature to gauge your scoring range. Okay, so that is what adaptive mock is. Now, I would say that yes, institutes do not have adaptive mocks, but they can provide similar level of questions. For example, NBA Karo has NMAT mocks that are non-adaptive. So I do not make any false claims. Right? I'm not claiming that I know the NMAT pattern very well. I know the pattern, but I do not know the marking scheme. Nor do I have the technology to create that mock. Nor do I have data of lakhs of students. Okay, so yes, our mocks are non-adaptive. I openly say that. But what are the advantages is the level of questions matches with that of NMAT. I appear on NMAT every year, so I appeared last year, last to last year. For the past 4 5 years, I've been writing. So I understand what kind of questions are asked, what is the distribution of questions, okay, what is the difficulty level of questions asked from different topics, what are some specific questions which are always asked. So I have done very in-depth research on the examination. So we provide that kind of content. Okay, the pattern is at par with the actual examinations. So if you take our mocks versus you appear on the examination, you will find that the level of questions remains the same, not the score. The content is very well researched and the varieties are only of NMAT type. Now, some students, some institutes, what they might do is instead of putting like in the NMAT marks, they put CAT mark, CAT questions. वो ना पता कि paper difficult आया था तो CAT के questions डाल देते हैं. That is not the case. Okay, one needs to understand that if it is difficult, difficult in what sense? Is it calculation intensive or is it some other topic being asked? So, in that sense, our mocks you will find very relevant, because even if we make difficult, we make it based on the kind of questions that have been asked in the examination. Another thing is solutions are provided to all the questions. Okay, now one interesting thing about these adaptive mocks is they do not provide any solutions. Okay, that is the drawback of these mocks, that you can just see your score, you can see which questions were correct, which were incorrect. There are no solutions to these. However, we provide solutions in our mocks. Okay, and it is at par with NMAT mocks. And so we are offering a bundle of 10 mocks which are available for 1500. So if you take adaptive mocks, you pay around 1000 for just two papers. Here you get 10 mocks for 1500. Same level. Do not worry about the score. Focus on the preparation part, that yes, you got to solve NMAT level of questions. Okay, the variety of questions that you can expect in the examination. So we have launched this series and it is available till January 31, because sometimes what happens is NMATs opens up a new window in January. So if some student wishes to take it, then can also appear on it. So it is available for 1500. It will have 10 mock tests. One test is available as a free trial. Okay, and rest are paid. So you can take the free trial and see the kind of questions. Okay, and what I would like to say is that do not worry about the scores in these mocks, just use it as a practice purpose, because I said that we do not know the marking scheme, so we have randomly marked questions based on what I thought easy. I put 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks, 5 marks. So that is thing. Okay, so non-adaptive mocks, but the kind of quality of questions will be at par with NMAT. So if you are planning to take these mock tests, you can go check the link given in the description of this video and enroll in these mock tests and start your NMAT preparation.